Hi, I just wanted to quickly tune in and talk about the subject that has been on my mind recently, and that is boundaries. I really do feel that there are a lot of misconceptions about boundaries, especially in our modern societies. The word boundary literally means the limit of something. Us setting boundaries does not mean that we can go around expecting people to exist in a way that pleases us. It does not mean that we can act like we expect other people to change or to act in a certain way. Boundaries are not about changing other people. Healthy boundaries are simply about being in tune with yourself, knowing what is healthy and what is not, treating other people as you'd like to be treated, and communicating that you expect and you deserve to be treated with the same consideration. Boundaries are truly for you and for others. They are here to protect us. Let's take an example of airplanes. You know how the cabin crew always tells you to put the oxygen masks first on yourself and then help others. And this is for the very simple reason that if you do not first put it on yourself, you might not be in a condition to help anyone, not even yourself. Boundaries, when set right, are beneficial for us in so many ways. We are able to meet more like-minded people, which benefits us and others. We're also able to attract more meaningful relationships and life paths. I must warn you though, especially if you haven't set a lot of boundaries before, you might experience this temporary loneliness. And what I mean by temporary loneliness is that when you haven't been setting that many limits, and once you start setting them, some people that have previously been a part of your life might find that there is no place for them anymore in your life. If you have successfully set healthy boundaries, the people who are at this point getting agitated, angry, or leaving, in my opinion, are the ones that actually you shouldn't be around anyways. Anyone who doesn't respect your boundaries does not respect you. Thus, you shouldn't be around these kind of people at all. I know that for those of you who might not know how to set boundaries, it might be confusing first to set boundaries, and especially the temporary loneliness might feel overpowering to you, and you might have the need to crawl back to your old habits because you really want to be around some people, or maybe you want to feel validated, accepted, or loved. But I must warn you, I must say to you that please do not go back to your old habits. Trust the process and trust the journey. It will truly be worth it in the end. Especially those who might have been in contact with toxic people, really look into boundaries because they might help you. Now that we have kind of gone through the basics of boundaries, I would like to go a bit more into how to set them, what could be potential boundaries, and what to do when someone reacts inappropriately to your boundaries. The first example could be, for example, that you do not tolerate anyone screaming at you. And the first thing would be to communicate this, verbally or non-verbally. You could simply state that I will not tolerate anyone screaming at me. After very clearly and politely communicating this, any decent, respectful, healthy human being will understand your boundaries and act upon them. Again, if someone doesn't, I do not think that you should waste any energy or thought to them. Another example could be that you're asked a question that you don't want to answer. It could be something private or something personal, like finances or relationships. In this case, you can simply again state that I do not want to answer this question, or that it's private. Other ways to handle this situation could be changing the subject, or maybe asking a counter question like, why do you want to know that? Or you could also kind of play it like that, oh, like, my life isn't that interesting. There's like 100 more interesting things that we could talk about. All of these are very appropriate and usually well received ways to avoid answering any questions that you don't want to answer. Some people are very nosy and curious, and they might not get the memo, but eventually even these people usually will. If it doesn't feel if it feels malicious to you and the person really doesn't respect your boundaries, then I would again suggest that you just kind of let the people be and not pay attention that much, because again, anyone who doesn't respect your boundaries doesn't respect you, and we don't want to be around anyone who does not respect us. Again, there is no rudeness, unpoliteness, unkindness, negativity, resentment, anything like that needed. Just simple and polite communication. With boundaries, you can also express more advanced and complex things. You can attract more possibilities to you, and you can enhance your own growth. But I can talk about these kind of boundaries more if you're interested, but I just thought that I would kind of go to explain the basics first in this video. I would like to summarize the video and kind of go through once again what we have already established. So when you set boundaries, you're thinking about others and yourselves. You do not deserve more than others, and you should always treat other people with the same respect as you'd like to be treated with. If someone treats you in a way that is not aligned with your boundaries, or that inclines that they do not respect you, they are not people that you would like to be around anyways. Boundaries are truly about us and others being in tune with ourselves. Boundaries help us and others to live our lives to the fullest. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I really hope that you got something out of this video, and I wish you and your loved ones all the best. I will see you very soon. Bye!